The NBA isn't ready for this as Nikola Topić looks like he has great potential for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We saw him in some action yesterday when the Memphis Grizzlies were playing game 2. And no, it wasn't in the game, but it was some practice film that we saw him getting up some shots before the game started. And he looked quite good shooting the ball. That's been his biggest concern as a prospect when he got drafted by the Thunder. Everyone was comparing him, and I thought about it at first as well. Oh my goodness, he's going to be another Josh Giddey who doesn't really develop a shot, very streaky, inconsistent shooter that can't defend very well. However, the clips I have seen, his injury being a blessing in disguise, showcasing that all he can do would shoot the ball for a little bit, shooting free throws, practicing form, shooting catch and shoot threes, catch and shoot in the mid-range, and then working on getting his explosiveness back from an ACL injury. He's looking quite well, and he looks like he could be a key asset to the Thunder next season. We're going to showcase the highlights that we saw of him at the practice and kind of stats that show why he could be a starter for the Thunder next season if he develops the way that he's predicted to and also has that all-star potential. Before we get into all of that, though, quick moment to recognize that around, 9% of you guys don't have that bell notification turned on. Only 284 of you guys total here that are subscribed to this channel. If you want to stay up to date for daily Thunder Digest videos related to the Oklahoma City Thunder and the live streams, especially for the playoffs right now, go ahead, subscribe, hit that bell notification, like the video, do all that stuff so we can defeat the YouTube algorithm and get this into more Thunder fans' feeds and pages. With that out of the way, let's get into what I was talking about here with Nikola Topić and the shot, all right? First off, I've talked about it before. At first, I did not like drafting Topić whatsoever. I thought it was a bad draft pick. The more I watch his game film, his highlights, all right, and look at the stats a little bit, I'm liking him more and more each and every single day. Now, the highlights that I saw, really, him shooting around, just a little shoot around in practice here, I'm really liking what I'm seeing now. Let's go ahead and look at some of the shots here, all right? You can see his shot. It looks more fluid now when you see it from this angle right here. Now, he's going to take a little bit pause right here, puts it up, misses. I think that's just because he got out of rhythm, had to wait for other people to shoot. But you see immediately, go back and catch and shoot. That was a great shot that he got up right there. Another one, boom, catch and shoot, goes in. Just showcasing right now, his shot has really developed, and this all came from Clemente Almanza over at the Thunder Wire. He was there recording the workout that he's putting in. He missed that. That's a great shot, all right? It's soft off the rim, giving him an easy look. Boom. Now let's look at some off the dribble right there. Makes that one. Deep range, off the dribble, step back, knocks it down. Another one right here. Boom. Handoff, dribble, top of the key. Misses it, but that's a soft shot. It looked like a good shot as well. How he would have played overseas last season when we saw all that we could of him, he would have missed that. That would not have gone in. It would have been a bad shot. It would have clanked off the rim, maybe even an air ball. Now, his shot actually looks playable. He could shoot 35%, 36, 37% from three next season. That was been the biggest worry about him coming in as a prospect. Can he shoot the three ball? Can he develop a shot? This is starting to prove that he can. I wasn't necessarily ever worried about his defense because he is a super athletic player. If you're athletic, you can learn how to play defense. You can recover, all right? Some of the best defenders are just uber athletic. Look at Dort. He's a super athletic guard. Cason Wallace, super athletic guard. All these guys are athletic freaks. Nikola Topić is no different. He is super athletic. He can become a good defender, especially how good of a defensive team the Thunder are now. Get some good mentorship, become a better defender. I was just only worried about his shot. And this right here, him working with Chip England over the whole season. Now he's going to have a summer to develop that as well and showcase it in the summer league. Then hopefully become an asset for the Thunder team. And I truly believe if he develops a shot like it's looking that we saw in this video right here, it looks pure. Catch and shoot, he's knocking him down. All right, off the dribble, it looks good. He knocked down that deep step back as well that we saw right there. His free throw form looks phenomenal now as well. He can be a key asset and a starter to the Thunder. He also has all-star potential later on down the line. If his shot truly develops, he can be a guy averaging 28 and 8 for you in a season. That's the kind of player Nikola Topić is. He was the best player in last year's draft, and the only reason he fell to the Oklahoma City Thunder was due to the fact he had an ACL injury. We've dealt with something like this before with Chet Holmgren. I have confidence that we can do the same thing, replicate the same thing with Nikola Topić. His stats also say that he's going to be a great player. Look what he's done overseas. Now, you're going to notice a lot of zeros, 3.4s, just because he didn't really play for him. That's when he was super young. That's when he was, 16, 17, even 15 years old. Look at this one right here, averaging 18.4 points per game last season with Mega in the ABA. He played 12 games there, averaged 33 minutes a game. He was putting up around 13 shots, shot 52% from the field, put up 4.5 3-pointers, only shot 26%. I think he's going to start knocking down 2 threes a game, become a 34% three-point shooter next season. If you do the math there with how his shots been looking now and everything, I think he knocked down 2 out of 4.5 attempts per game, moving up to around 34% shooter. I think that'd be really solid, and I think that is going to be what happens there. His rebounding as well. He averaged 3.6 rebounds. They had a ton of size. He didn't really have to rebound there, but his playmaking and passing ability, 7.1 assists. We've seen it before. Looks solid. 5 assists. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Only played 2 games, played 31 minutes, averaged 14 points a game there. And then all of a sudden, his 3-point percentage really jumped up there to 30%. Right there. 1.5 is taking 5 attempts a game. Still not the greatest, but I do think if he takes 5 attempts in the NBA with how his shot is developing now, he can make 2 of those attempts, become a 40% three-point shooter. That's the math right there. Now, I think he's going to be more realistically next season, 35% shooter there, but it's whatever. Let's also look at the per 36 minute stats right here. Per 36, he'd be averaging 19 points a game, then 17 points right there. His 3-point numbers right there. Okay, let's say he's playing 36 minutes a game right there. He's going to be taking 5 threes that we saw in that first season right there, and then 6 threes in the other one. I have confidence and faith he's going to develop a real shot, become a real asset to the Oklahoma City Thunder after what we saw in those highlights earlier in this video. The shot looks great, the form is good, and with this playmaking ability, he is going to be a key asset to this Thunder squad. Coming off the bench to start off and then potentially being a playmaker off the bench for OKC, because he doesn't need the ball to be a true playmaker. He doesn't need to initiate the offense, unlike Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey needed to be the point guard. He needed to initiate it. Nikola Topić, he doesn't need to initiate it whatsoever. He can work off a screen and use his athleticism to get open, get it, pump fake, or get another screen and throw it for a bounce pass down low to a guy like Hartenstein or Chet Holmgren to get an easy 2 points or kick it out to someone out on the perimeter. He can be someone that swings it around and gets it to another open man. The extra pass right there. That's how you can use him. And if they start leaving him open and they're anticipating an extra pass with his shot developing, he'll knock down two or three three-pointers a game for you and really expand this offense to where we were a top 5 offense in the league this season to becoming the best offense in the league next season. We could have the best defense and the best offense next season, in the entirety of the NBA. Not to mention, we're getting a few draft picks this season as well. We can go and take a look. This is projected, draft picks right now. We have the 15th pick, but we could end up getting the 7th overall pick from the Philadelphia 76ers if they drop down a spot or 2 there. And these are some of the guys that we can get. Konkanupul, Common Malawak, Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen, who I think would fit in very well with the Oklahoma City Thunder, Colin Murray Boyles, Noah Singwe, who I've been really high on this season, Igor Dimon. All these guys pretty great assets to the Oklahoma City Thunder as young guys. The only problem is you'd have to trade away someone. People talk about trade away Dylan Jones, trade away Kenrich Williams, trade away someone that's just not really going to be playing for us down the road. But these are all guys that the Thunder could add in, but not to mention you're going to have a rookie, Nikola Topić, who could end up being a top 5, top 10 player in, even this year's draft class that we're about to see, but become the best player from his draft class, the 2024 class. It's absurd. The NBA isn't ready to actually see this come to fruition. They're not ready whatsoever. Nikola Topić truly has all-star potential. He had draft day comparisons to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had the same problem. He wasn't a great defender, and he didn't have a good three-point shot. Look what's happened now. He is a great defender, one of the better two-way players in the NBA, has a good three-point shot, and is an MVP candidate, and is probably going to win his first MVP award this season. I'm not saying Nikola Topić is going to be an MVP candidate down the line, but the fact that you're getting comparisons to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is now an MVP candidate, it's a recipe for success. He is a great player, has great size, great athleticism, and now he's developing a decent shot as well. It's over for the league, pretty much. If this truly develops how we're seeing it right now, it is over for the league. You're going to see a dynasty in Oklahoma City where they're going to make the finals 4 or 5 years in a row because of this development that we're seeing right now. That's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys personally think about the shot Nikola Topić is developing. Do you think he's going to become a starter for the Thunder, or is just going to be that bench point guard for him? I could see either one. I think he has that starter potential, but I could also see him being the main point guard off the bench. And once Hartenstein leaves, if we don't accept his team option or we don't extend him after that, I could see him jumping into that starting role and being with the Thunder for a good while here. That's all I got. See you guys in the next one.